Oh, hey, welcome back to campus. As you can tell, I'm not here. I thought I'd post a video quickly, and all kidding aside. First off, hope you had a great summer. Excited to have you all back back to campus for the fall semester. Looking forward to some fun things again this year. And since I am at the Illinois State Fair this week, I've got to give you some directions on what to do. So that's what this video is for. And so let's quickly roll through some of the things that we would typically do the first day of class. And so whenever I get back to campus and I see you on the 22nd, we'll be able to jump right in and get going. So really quickly, as of course, most of the time we would go through the syllabus on the first day. And so let me hit the highlights of things to expect there so that you all know what's going on. Again, we would typically meet 8 to 9:15 on Monday and Wednesday morning. The room that's listed here, actually, we're going to change. We're going to meet in AEC 102, which you guys will know it as the computer lab. And actually, that's we did a little changing here this last week, and that's going to be a different active learning classroom now. So we're going to meet in AEC 102, the old computer lab. And the computer lab is now something else. That space has been moved to 112. So we did a little flopping, kind of make it more interesting, more fun. I think you all know how to get a hold of me by now, and then of course the college would like for me to go over the student learning outcomes, and you all can read the 9 things here that we're going to talk about, highlight especially throughout the class. I'll give you a little bit better overview here in a second. There is no text required for the class, so don't worry about buying a textbook. I know most of you were anyway. Attendance is 10% of your grade. Homeworks, discussions, quizzes, 30%. The midterm project is 30%. The final project is 30%. There is not a lot of quizzes in this class and not a lot of traditional tests. I do a lot more project-based learning here. We'll do a lot of team things, and we'll do some fun stuff. So this is a class that is kind of fun to teach. It's a little bit different delivery. But that's how your grade is determined. And of course, my typical grading scale, A, B, C, D, 90, 80, 70, 60, and below that, you've been unsuccessful. Here is the tentative course outline. So if you say, well, what in the heck do I do the first week? Well, of course, read the syllabus again and make sure that you understand everything that I'm kind of covering here quickly. But you guys can review it as I scroll up and down here. But first things first, make sure that you do that syllabus quiz that is in the opening module. Make sure that you go through that getting started module, do some of the introductory things that are there. And then we will jump right in and cover some of the introductory stuff, which you guys can again click on, and that is your assignment for the week, for the first week, is do the syllabus quiz and do all the introductory activities, as well as begin reviewing the Unit 1 materials. So that's kind of what you will accomplish the first week while I'm attending the Illinois State Fair, which, again, you guys have had me in class, pretty much all of you, so you kind of know what to expect. So please do this getting started module here. You'll go through, again, cover that syllabus, do the syllabus quiz. You can review the course resources. Please complete this demographic survey. I know pretty much all of you have done this before. And then make sure that you go through these student resources things that are listed here. I still have the virtual classroom link active down here, but you will probably see it deactivated. We will meet face-to-face, 8 to 9:15. I do not plan to offer an optional come to class. If you are sick and in special cases need the opportunity to Zoom in, that is by appointment only with me. So there will not be a optional come to class, optional sit on your couch at home type of approach this semester. So we're kind of going back to normal, which is great to see. All right, a little bit on the course. I told you I'd spend a little bit of time, and I don't want to make this video very long, so I'm going to try and wrap this up here quickly. The farming game project. If some of you were up and down the hallways last fall and saw us with a board game out, we do play a board game every few weeks through the course. It helps us practice and reinforce some of the learning activities that I like to try and accomplish through the class, and do it in a fun, interactive, and competitive way. So we will play the farming game. We will do the old school board game style. And that's what this farming game project module is. You won't be able to see very much of it here in the opening days, but we will get to that in a few weeks into the course. So what are we going to cover? Well, of course, first we're going to start out and kind of hit on some of the acquiring information, organizational management, a little bit on basic accounting. I do not cover accounting, so please don't worry about that part. But there's some video lectures that are up here that I will make available for you so that you can jump in and do these first couple things. But it's just kind of Unit 1 is a little bit of review stuff. Kind of mixes in some of the business organizational things and accounting stuff that you probably already covered. Then we will jump in and start hitting on some of the ag finance and budgetary things. The first thing we'll hit is depreciation and assets. That takes a little bit of time because, of course, it's important to understand how to value what you have on the farm or in the farm business. Next, we will do the balance sheet. Anytime you work with your lender, they're going to want to review your balance sheet and do some analytics on it. And so we'll spend a good deal of time on that. Then we'll jump in and do income statements. And sometime right around then is when we should hit midterm through that first 4 units there. And so there is a bit of a midterm exam. It's kind of more of a question answer thing, pretty simple. So don't stress about that. But there are fewer quizzes once we get past midterm. Post midterm, then we do more. We spend a little time focusing on budgeting. We'll spend a good deal of time on enterprise budgets, which I think are really, really important in terms of finding out where your leaky faucets are on the farm budgetary. We'll do partial budgets and cash flow budgeting, and that's really what helps build your total farm budget. You plug all 3 of those things together. That's your whole farm budget. The back end of the course, then we do some other stuff. We're going to talk about farm business organization and transfer. So a little bit on how you organize your farm from a management perspective, whether it's a sole proprietorship, a corporation, and an LLC or a partnership. We'll hit on those. We'll talk about risk management and how we deal with uncertainty. We'll spend a wee bit of time on capital and the use of credit. Bill does a little bit more of that, so I only touch on it here. And we'll wrap up the class talking about land management, owning versus renting, and things of that nature, and how you deal with your fleet of machinery. And then this final examination is really kind of more problem-solving based. That's kind of a nice overview of the course. We'll have a lot of discussion, and in which I will expect you to, of course, contribute to, and I hope that we do have a good deal of problem-solving type activities. Those are things that I like to do, as you well know. So that's the overview of what I hope to accomplish by the end of the term, and I hope that gives you an idea of what to do the first week. So I will see you for the first time at 8 o'clock on Monday, August 22nd, and we will jump in and get on the roll with this Fall 22 semester. I look forward to seeing you guys.